My grandmother and her siblings were all cotton pickers, and they hated that life. And so they picked up everything they knew and left with my mother at 3 years old to the North.
My maternal grandmother migrated with her parents and her siblings from Eastman, Georgia in 1923 to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
My mother's family migrated to Los Angeles in 1924 from Montgomery, Alabama.
My grandfather, he jumped on a moving train and headed to Kentucky.
In the American dream narrative, we want to tell migrations, immigrations as stories of coming to America as a land of opportunity. But in my story, and many African Americans or Black people's stories, we were already here. So it wasn't about moving to America, land of opportunity, but it's about going to many places within America, finally trying to find freedom.
Movement is a really concrete way of measuring your freedom, especially after centuries of criminalizing movement, realizing that I can make a choice to pick up and start up all over again elsewhere. If that's not the most transformative
talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view, you know? Representation of Black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
2, 3, 4, 5. We live. Welcome to Hoodview Politics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
I'm Tony, number one soul brother. Welcome to the Hoodview Politics. Saturday night, all the way live stream. We missed y'all last night, but we here tonight. So
Best
if you
believe.
tuned in or you catching the replay, however you may catch this, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit all of them, hit that notification bell. Help a brother out.
If you're new here, you don't know what to expect. But if you've been here before, you know what's going on here. We chasing MAGAs and coons. MAGAs and coons. Puerto Rican still. I forget you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody taking the time out to listen, like, subscribe. We appreciate y'all a whole lot on this journey. You know what I'm saying, dog? What's going on with you? Everything good?
Yeah, good. That's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Saturday, so
I mean,
I'm cool.
like you said, we had plane crashes over the last couple of weeks and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had the most recent one was in Philly.
Weeks, I mean days.
And then you're right, bro. Them joints was close. But one in DC.
Wednesday and Friday.
We here in DC and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that whole, well, when you talk about the story, we can't really get too much in detail because not a lot out yet. But when you lose that many people, bro, and when you start reaching back to blame people, come on, what we doing? You see what I'm saying? It's like, what part of being president does it not mean it's on you now? What year, what month do you have to be in there? 2 years by that time? Till people say, all right, man, it's your fault? I mean, what's the limit?
I mean, this Donald Trump we talking about, so we knew how this shit was going to be when he got in there. He ain't going to take the blame for nothing. Especially he just got in there. So anything that he just decide to change and fuck up, he just going to blame it on, the motherfuckers that before him. But this was a new one. How the fuck you blame a motherfucker that ain't even been in office? When Obama come out? 2016? You done had a whole administration. How the fuck you gonna blame him and his policies for a fucking plane crash in 2025? This dude crazy.
No. See, that's the thing right there. The motherfucker. See, I like when people say he ain't racist and shit, right? But any means necessary to get to his racist agenda. It doesn't matter how you dress it up or how you do it, long as at the end is only white men. So do whatever way you want. You could put motherfucking icing on top of it. You can put smells on it. But long as at the end it's motherfucking white men running that shit. Period. Because their thing is saying the fact that you let black people or Hispanic people or disabled people or whoever have an opportunity to get any type of these jobs just because of that, that's the fault of it. That's the part when I don't see. We're not gonna go back when you block black people from renting in your apartments. That's back then. Okay, cool.
No, we ain't going.
But right here is clear as day racism.
Well, that's my whole thing about this. And you know what? I'm gonna talk to Nelly on this one. Nelly on this little video he put out said something like, somebody show me where he a racist. Nelly, if you can look at that fucking press conference the day after that plane crash here in DC, and you can look me in the motherfucking eye and tell me that this motherfucker ain't a racist, that the two Hexef, J.E. Vance, and Sean, whatever his name is, ain't straight up KKK racist, dude, I shake your motherfucking hand and tell you was right. Ain't no fucking way. And if you black MAGA, all you brothers out there that defend this dude and quit to say he ain't a racist. Show me where the racist. He ain't a racist. And you honestly tell me y'all look at this motherfucker press conference right here. Tell me this motherfucker ain't no racist.
That'd be crazy. Motherfucker say
yeah, the dude came straight out and basically he went straight in on DEI. And we know what they mean when they say DEI, talking about black people.
Well, that press conference, right?
Yeah, this
blazing.
off the hook.
They had all of their landing lights on. I could see it from the Kennedy Center tape. We had a tape up on the Kennedy Center. That seems to be the primary. Thus far, I'm sure we'll see other tapes because it's such an area where there are a lot of cameras looking up into the air, into space. So we'll probably see many other shots of it before too much time goes by. But we had a situation where you had a helicopter that had the ability to stop. I have helicopters. You can stop a helicopter very quickly. It had the ability to go up or down. It had the ability to turn. And the turn it made was not the correct turn, obviously. It did somewhat the opposite of what it was told. We don't know that would have been the difference because the timing was so tight. It was so little. There was so little time to think. But what you did have is you had vision. The helicopter had vision of the plane.
So what he's doing now is trying to say he's setting up where he's trying to say it's more fault of the person itself flying the plane. That's what he's setting up now.
That's it. Yep. It comes to wind up.
Exactly. So his whole goal now is to say, all right, if I looked at the tape, And from what I can see is, there's a lot of things that person could have done that he didn't do, but I don't know why not. I don't even think it would have made a difference. But why didn't he do those things? So, in other words, it's intelligence is what he's talking about right now. Mm-hmm. What he's trying to be slick about. DEI means you're not intelligent enough.
That's the start of it.
Plain, because you had vision of it all the way, perfect vision of it all the way from at Kennedy Center where the tape was taken. And for some reason, there weren't adjustments made. Again, you could have slowed down the helicopter substantially. You could have stopped the helicopter. You could have gone up. You could have gone down. You could have gone straight up, straight down. You could have turned. You could have done a million different maneuvers. For some reason, it just kept going. And then maybe.
What? Like, this the whole thing, though, bruh. Like, this dude is president. And like the very least, like you're just not expecting this type shit. Just bro, you up this joint, feeling your way around trying to blame somebody for something. Right after, I don't know how many people just lost their family members, bro. And there's some way for him to now make you pick sides and say, well, it was because of DEI. Like, why even do that? I just don't get it, bro.
I expected some wild shit out of him, but I didn't know he was gonna take it there. I really didn't think he would take it where he took it. And he went there off the bat. He just went, man. I don't know. He's like, basically, I don't know how. I don't know what they did.
What if I told you there is no such thing as no?
Like, some reason, he just kept going. Like, what?
Some kind of way, man. Some niggas got something. I don't, motherfucker. If they got, look, if they find out that the windshield on the helicopter was dirty and the motherfucking black man was supposed to clean it, they gonna hang that black man.
This is crazy, bro.
But this
the other fools come on there. These are people that we was trying to tell y'all about from the beginning. But they here now. Mm-hmm. They actually are here. Mm-hmm. Jeez.
The lives of our loved ones, our family members. And I think you make a really important point on that, Mr. President. That is the motto of your presidency, the best and the brightest, the most intelligent coming into these spaces. I want to take a moment and extend my condolences to the families of the loved ones. We commit to them that we are going to get to the bottom of this investigation, not in 3 years, not in 4 years, but as quickly as possible with the NTSB, who is here today, as well as the FAA. What happened yesterday shouldn't have happened. It should not have happened. And when Americans take off in airplanes, they should expect to land at their destination. That didn't happen yesterday. That's not acceptable. And so we will not accept excuses. We will not accept passing the buck. We are going to take responsibility at the Department of Transportation and the FAA to make sure we have the reforms that have been dictated by President Trump in place.
Wait. First of all, bro, you get up there doing a short campaign speech for this clown. It's not what y'all there for. Y'all already won. Why you still sucking his dick? What is that even necessary for? Well, you, the great God, only because of you, we are here. Like, what are we doing?
They're talking to the base.
People are, bro. Then he snapped out of it real quick and said, I need to talk to people that lost ones. You know what I'm saying? You just realize, oh, I'm tripping. It took him a few seconds to realize I got to stop sucking his dick because people died.
What I keep saying, the motherfucker ain't never out of campaign mode. He's never out of campaign mode.
Turn this into some campaign shit.
I'll tell you, you're right. He went political with it off the bat. Like, fuck that, you know. And then you like, who they talking to? Talk to their base. They talking to the people that voted for him, you know. They keep them wild up. Yeah, you see they gonna motherfucking them niggas out there and all this old shit. And you see they cracking down. buying it, fucking up, and not realizing that you ain't had a motherfucking deadly plane crash in this country since 2009. That's Obama administration. So you ain't had a plane crash in this country since then. And in the span of less than 2 weeks, he ain't even been in the back office 2 weeks yet. You already had two. A helicopter that ran into a plane, and we don't know what the hell happened in Philly. That joint just went up. They said the thing was in the air less than 3 minutes. So it went up and came straight down. So y'all got to understand that, look, this shit didn't start happening until what happened when he went into office. January 20th. Elon Musk, people. Elon Musk fucking forced out the head of the FAA, the Aviation Committee, whatever fuck. Elon forced him out. Trump fired the head of the TSA. Then he put a hiring freeze on hiring more air traffic controllers. And then a week later, planes falling out the sky. Come on, people.
That's what I be saying. Motherfuckers don't be knowing what the government do. They do a lot of stuff that keep everybody alive that you ain't paying nothing attention to. Then he get up here, he got half of the memo, but then he starts saying we're not gonna pass the buck, we're not gonna blame nobody. It's like he gonna fuck around and get himself fired because his damn self because he ain't stay on message. Right. He started off sucking his dick, but after a while he realized that's crazy. People dead, you feel me? Then he started talking reality sense. But that's not what you're supposed to do. No. So it's gonna be a short time. He's gonna start disappearing because he started making sense at the end. We're not gonna pass the buck. We're not gonna blame nobody. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. He lied when he saw someone gonna be less than 2 years. We're not gonna do that. No less than 2 years. That was crazy to say.
This dude was on TV. He ain't got no fucking business being where the fuck he at. This nigga was on TV. Him and Hexel was on TV.
They gonna get everybody killed, bruh.
It's a fucking video allegedly of him out floating around this evening, him in a hotel room on the balcony in the window, butt naked, dancing, and got some bitch licking on him. Kind of like a freak off to me, don't it?
It's no good.
Whole bunch of them in there
to make sure that these mistakes do not happen again. And again, I want to thank you for your leadership, Mr. President, and I appreciate the confidence you placed in me. Thank you.
See.
Pete, would you like to say something?
Oh my.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Again, I want to echo what the Transportation Secretary said about your leadership. From the moment we found out about this, we were in contact with the White House trying to determine exactly what happened. I would echo it as well. No excuses. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We first and foremost from the Defense Department want to pass our condolences to the 64 souls and their families that were affected by this. Never should happen. And certainly the 3 service members, the 3 soldiers, a young captain, staff sergeant, and CW2, chief warrant officer, on a routine annual retraining of night flights on a standard corridor for a continuity of government mission. The military does dangerous things. It does routine things on the regular basis. Tragically, last night, a mistake was made. I think the president is right. There was some sort of an elevation issue that we have immediately begun investigating at the DOD and Army level. Army CID is on the ground investigating. Top tier aviation assets inside the DOD are investigating, sir, to get to the bottom of it so that it does not happen again, because it's absolutely unacceptable. But I want to echo what the Transportation Secretary and you, Mr. President, said, because it pertains to the DOD as well. We will have the best and brightest in every position possible. As you said in your inaugural, it is colorblind and merit-based. The best leaders possible, whether it's flying.
What did y'all say?
Let's not forget before you leave the DEI stuff. Don't forget before you leave to say that. If I got here, I want to echo the president. We had the best and brightest. Only white men. Before I leave.
That was the purpose of that whole charade. I ain't give a fuck about them people. Come on, you talk about you done sent all these agencies out there. They ain't even got the bodies out the water. This happened Wednesday evening. Yeah, it happened. Yeah, Wednesday evening. And this is Saturday. It's still like, at the last I heard, it was like 27 more bodies they had to retrieve out of the Potomac. And the Potomac is not that deep.
No, it's not.
It's only 8 feet. I think it's 8 feet deep. So that ain't shit. You getting 8 feet at your local swimming pool.
But these people don't even look like they know. They ain't sound like they know what they're doing. They just don't. Like, bro.
Dude.
They gonna get everybody killed.
This motherfucker was a Fox News host.
But it's over though. The Senate approved him. You almost got to blame the people that voted for these people. You can't vote these type of people. They don't know nothing. This is a plane crash. Imagine this is America. You know other shit gonna happen in the next 4 years. These people are not ready for. These people are not ready for this shit.
We knew this when we knew this. We knew this shit when the motherfucker announced he was running. We done got on here sometimes 7 nights a week doing live streams over the last couple of years talking about this. We told people this was coming. Everything we said was coming is here, and it's more to come. Look. If you didn't listen, and you had every right to not to take what a motherfucker tell you, check it out. But if somebody keep trying to tell you something over and over and over and you choose not to listen, you ain't got no choice but to let them find out the hard way. They finding out the hard motherfucking way right now. They find out the real hard way. We try to tell them, man, how many people that got podcasts, do live streams, got blogs on TV, doing this, that, and the third. Warn y'all, if this motherfucker get back in office, they put this shit in writing what they was going to do. Project 2025. They told you what the fuck they was going to do. Printed it up, put it out there in the public. And y'all still let this shit happen. Don't cry now. I ain't listening. I'm checking it out because it affects me. And my family and everybody I know what's really going on, whether they want to believe it or not. You knew this dude was racist. We had a motherfucker come on here, on this pod right here, a couple of times, and will swear out before God that Donald Trump is not a racist. He ain't got a racist bone in his body. He never said a racist thing. This same dude that claimed he getting money off of Donald Trump's economy. They told you, look, his people told you the day after the election how they felt about you, motherfuckers. We don't fuck about y'all. We just want your vote. You're not welcome in our party. This is a white man's party. That's what they told you. The day after Donald Trump got sworn in, he told you. Now, everybody crying. Save me, yo. What you gonna do? Is we gonna get out there and march? Fuck no.
Everybody supposed to be doing the Walmart blackout. And to me, you're not gonna be able to succeed doing stuff like that because you got too many of the black culture that's disillusionized. Some just don't even care. Because you're just so far away from the pain and struggle that it's hard for you to get across to someone that's 20, 23. None of this is irrelevant to them. They don't even know DEI even existed. They don't know that's why Anki got the supervised job on Walmart. They don't know that. They don't connect all that. So it's not the same. They don't see nothing that DEI means to them. They don't see civil rights, anything. None of that matters because the life I've been living none of that matters. You see what I'm saying? But they don't understand that if you don't have those protections, then you can be where we were. But that's the part they don't get. And Republicans are smart by saying, okay, we're going to cut off your motherfucking education where you won't be able to teach your black kids nothing. They won't really know. And we're going to compound the airways with white propaganda.
Yeah, that's how they do. Look, Donald Trump right now has running on TV or on these streaming services. He's running campaign style commercials right now, talking about what he's gonna do for this, and it's really not. It's aimed at them. It's aimed at them rural hillbilly voters that he got, redneck voters of his that rise up every time he's running. So it's shit to keep them. It's the Jedi mind trick. He promising that he's gonna do all of this, and that, while he basically funneling money to the billionaires.
I'm gonna tell you now. I'm disappointed now. There's no Democrat out there. But I just don't know what I'm looking for. But I don't see it. I'm not feeling it. I don't get it from nobody. It's like, who want to fight? Who want to go up against this bum?
Well,
for example, California back. Everybody's talking about he the next one to run.
He did.
Okay, the fire hit his joint. Trump come there. You don't make it clear you don't fuck with him. They need him to do his job. And that's going to help you do his job. But no, they get there, get in front of him, and do this click the thing right in front of him, knowing he's a piece of shit.
I don't know.
Nope. You can't do that.
Because Trump wasn't going to meet him at the airport, but Newsom went out to the airport anyway. And Newsom is a picture. Newsom got a picture out of it where he got his finger in Trump's face. Remember when that chick rolled up on Obama at the airport and had pointing her finger all in Obama's face and all that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Newsom got a picture like that floating around now. So it look like he's scolding that old goat. But I give him
no.
He busy, but
scolding right there while the camera's running.
Yeah, I mean,
because as soon as he leave, they ain't gonna talk shit about you somewhere else.
Yeah.
So don't let him stand there beside you and everybody look at you. You probably the next one. Show us right now. Don't just stand there and let him talk that bullshit and you act like you cool with him. Yeah, we're gonna work together and what? I'm gonna need for him to do his job. Mm-hmm. Do his job before I can do mine. If he don't do his job, it's gonna be tough for me to do mine to save you here, to help you here. He gotta do his job. He can't come down and take this picture. He should say this shit just like this, right beside him. He can't come down and take a picture, leave, and then start taking money from us, which was what the fuck he did. So you gotta do that. You can't. There's no more playing with him. Those photo ops, blast his bitch ass right then and there. Fuck it. This is what he like to do. He like the photo ops and shit. Blast him in photo ops. Blast him when he's doing these little joints. Bust his ass, bruh. Next motherfucking joint's a tornado, whatever the fuck it is. And you're a Democrat. He bring his bitch ass there, expose him. All right, bro. You cut this and you cut that. If you don't do your job, it's gonna be hard for me to do mine. Bust his ass. Don't let this nigga stand there knowing he cutting shit left and right, making it hard for you to save people's lives in your state, and let him stand there and take it and be like get the fuck out of here, bro.
Well, today I was scrolling through YouTube and I came up on something that interested me. DNC, whatever they did together, they had down here the national holiday. Oh shit, why am I going for that? But they had their leadership elections today, so they picked a new DNC head. I thought Martin O'Malley would have did better than he did. He got smoked. The other guy that everybody wanted, Wickler from, I think he's from Wisconsin, he got smoked. And I got smoked by a dude. I never heard of this dude named Ken Martin. So afterwards, I gotta do my research now. Okay, Ken Martin. Check out his little what's music on his website. Okay, he's talking about some good shit. And one of the things he was talking about was one of the things I was talking about, building a media ecosystem to combat the motherfucking or at least get out there with the fucking Republicans. And so he's talking about bringing in podcasters. Hey, we available. Content creators and stuff like that. So then I'm doing some more research. So it was talking about, you know, how he's out there. He's a fighter. He just that and the third. He gets out there, the grassroots, which we need. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to sound good there. Then I just seen another motherfucking article. I said when it comes to getting down with these people, say Ken Martin will cut your throat. He go that hard. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what the fuck I want. You give me a motherfucker at the head that's gonna get out there and they say he will cut your throat, and he just look like any old regular Midwestern dude. But say a pit bull, and that's what the fuck we need. So we got a new one. Let's see where this one takes us, because shit, we gotta build this shit back up. But you motherfuckers that's out there need to jump out there, because since he been in there, he been handing you shit. He just been handing you shit. This boom, here, take this, take this.
Use AI.
Issue. And man, if the shoe was on the other foot and Kamala Harris went in office doing the shit he was doing, they be pounding on her head right now.
Now, we was following the DNCs. We had our picks and who we thought should be the joint. To me, it was none of them, to be honest with you. Because I had listened to most of them interviews they did on a couple of podcasts. I ain't seen nothing in none of them. But I didn't go into none of their details either, though. I just listened to them on the podcast.
Martin!
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, look, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I've just got a few minutes left and I got a long speech. So thank you to Peggy, my great friend. Thank you to Supervisor Solis, and of course to my wonderful friend from Labor, Sandra Lee Williams, for her support. I want to take a moment to thank my friend, my brother, our fantastic chairman, Jamie Harrison, for his wonderful work. Look, to my fellow Democrats, we got punched in the mouth in November. There's no two ways about it. I'm running for DNC chair because it's time to get off the mat, to dust ourselves off and to get back in this fight. A lot of people in this country right now are going to need us to walk and chew gum at the same time, meaning we're going to have to fight the extremes of Donald Trump while we make a sharp case to families in both red states and blue states about why they should trust us with their votes. The thing is this: when the Trump agenda fails Americans, which it most certainly will and already has, we have to be there with a legitimate alternative to this chaos. You know, while Donald Trump was being sworn in, Sandra and I marched with labor leaders outside of Ebenezer Baptist Church, the home of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As we marched, in the streets of Atlanta, we sang the song, the old Union song, "Which Side Are You On?" For a pro-labor progressive like me, who is a guy who has carried a union card and organized for the labor movement throughout his life, that cut straight to my core. For the past few nights and for these brief moments of stillness that we get these days, I keep thinking about that song. As we move through the next year, Democrats need to ask ourselves each day, whose side are we on? Which side are we on? Are we on the side of the robber baron, the ultra-wealthy billionaire, the oil and gas polluter, the union buster, or are we on the side of the American working family, the small business owner, the farmer?
What you think?
I hear we gotta go talk to the working man, the little man. We gotta get out there and get them one blue ball voters. But I am, He told the truth. We got punched in the mouth. Now, what we gonna do about it? We'll see.
Now, first of all, everybody got to know the chairman really is more of a strategy type person. Figure out what seats are vulnerable, what seats they can win, and map out the strategies for them taking over the seats and winning the houses in the Senate. This is the person responsible for that.
Yeah.
And they choose candidates. So this is a person that's going to have a hand in a lot of Democrat shit. So the fact that he pro-labor is cool. But to me, it's the same. There's nothing in that joint that cuts through none of that lying shit they've been doing over there. If you want to be honest, everything he just said out his mouth, Kamala was saying.
And I bet they don't wish they'd have listened now.
Every piece of thing came out of his mouth. She was saying the same thing, right? So how you gonna give it to him where she didn't?
Oh shit!
And I think her fault was she tried too hard to talk to Republicans without getting out her own Democratic base. Just concentrate on just her base. I think she did too much of, all right, let's show the America that I'm inclusive type shit and start courting like Cheney's and stuff like that. Republican shit, which is cool. The MAGA shit, which is a good idea, but not to the fault that you got to get your base. Well, she didn't have a lot of time, but if you had enough time to sow up your base to the fullest before you get the chance to do that, it might have worked better. You know what I'm saying? But from this point on, you need somebody that can cut through the bullshit. And we don't know. This person not be like a spokesman or nothing, so we don't know. So we just got to see what his vision looked like for the party.
His job is this was the DNC. He involved in he basically sets the infrastructure. He, like you say, he get out there with the candidates. He do the get out the vote things. They, do ads. Candidate lacking in money. They help him raise money. So he builds an infrastructure. That's going to take care of and build up the other candidates that we need. Because the other thing people just failing to realize is this. MAGA has the White House, the House, and the Senate, and the Supreme Court slanted their way. That's everything. They got everything at the federal level. But you got to understand this too. The majority of the governorship are Republican right now. The majority of the state houses and state senates are red right now. Going down the line. So it's true, you got to get the top ones back, but you also got to get them bottom ones, get them lower joints, because even down the dog catcher, you got to get them back. Because as we told you before, a lot of the shit that they doing is shit that was done on the state level. It was done at a local level first. It starts off at a local level. Yeah, man, this shit'll work. Then they'll bump it up to the state level. Yeah, it worked for the whole state. You think the country would love this shit? And then they'll bump it up to the federal level. So we can get the top ones back, the House, the Senate, and the White House, fuck around and still be behind in governorships and mayorships and all this whole other shit, state houses and state senates, and then we still be the fucking guinea pigs because they still got the power to try that shit out at the state and local level and fuck people in that way. So we gotta get it all back. Not some of it, we gotta get it all back.
I think the one that was before him was a black dude, what?
Black dude, he left. So he was there today. He was like an MC and shit. I guess he passed the baton. So fuck that, man. We need everything back. Fuck, you got a MAGA dog catching your motherfucking town. Vote his ass out. And like they were saying, I was watching, I was watching the DNC thing, and so I'm dozing in, jumping in and out all day watching it. But they had to do black attorney general dude from Chicago, I think, named Kwame Raoul. Shout out to him. And he made an interesting point that a lot of these attorney generals and states attorneys, attorney generals, or county execs and all this shit, they're voted in. And the people in these attorney generals that you vote in, these are the ones that's filing the lawsuits that's stopping Donald Trump from doing a lot of the shit that he's trying to do. So we gotta think about that. We gotta get the right motherfuckers in there that, hey, when this motherfucker tries something, boom. Because if they get a control, they in motherfucking MAGA controlled attorney generals, they ain't gonna do shit. Whatever he do is fucking fine with them. They going along with it. But we gotta get the people, we gotta get the people in the positions that, man, and just think, you didn't have them attorney generals and you didn't have them judges. The judge that stopped the Medicaid, will put a hold on the federal spending freeze. Kamala Harris was the tie-breaking vote to confirm her. She was the 51st vote. See, people, your votes matter. Who you got in there matter. Just think about that. It was a tie with her. Kamala Harris broke the tie, and that was the judge that put the kibosh on that spending freeze. That's what I'm talking about.
The immigrants and the students. Let me tell you, I know which side I'm on. I know which side you're on. Let me tell you, folks, look, Black History Month started today. So are we on the side of this grotesque brand of politics that bans us from observing this month, stops us from celebrating the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and expressly aims to turn back the clock to a pre-civil rights era? Or are we on the side of a fiercely and compassionately defending the rights of freedoms and dreams of the American people? I'll tell you which side I'm on. I know which side you're on. Look.
I don't know. You can't judge that type of person because his job is not talking and none of that shit or hyping. So we just gotta see the results from him. How that would work. But
and when you see, you gonna know how they work. You know how they work. And we start seeing more commercials and ads and stuff online and catching more Democrats on podcasts and live streams and stuff, then they doing some work. But damn, he reminded me of something too. You know that the DOD banned observance of Black History Month. Black History Month, Juneteenth, MLK Day, Pride Week, whatever. It's a couple more in that. Basically, any observance or holiday dedicated to people of color or whatever, or whoever they don't like, they done bang it. Ain't that a bitch?
Huh?
Ugly, and it's getting ugly fast.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I said that the DOD banned observances of Black History Month, Juneteenth, MLK Day, and some more shit.
Yeah, the broad asked her the other day, the press conference, bitch. The broad asked her about Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started saying, he gonna do whatever, some shit. Then she started saying all races or some shit. I'm like, huh?
That broad right there,
she threw me off.
She is seriously dumb. Because you know, they hit a motherfucker with the okie doke the other day too. That's how they got the injunction, because of her. That judge jumped out there with that injunction and shut that shit down. Because remember, after it was an uproar about Medicare and people couldn't get into the portal or whatever, and all the shit he was shutting down, they rescinded the memo. And what people didn't catch was what they said. They rescinded the memo. They didn't rescind the shit that he was doing. That shut that shit down, because there's people still out there that can't get their food stamps and can't get into the Medicare portal. So she opens her big mouth. Yeah, we rescinded the memo, but the policy is still in place. Say, oh shit! So y'all trying to hit a motherfucker with okie doke. Judge said, okay, shut all that shit down. And it was her dumb ass fault.
So the other day, bro asked about Black History, and are they gonna celebrate it?
Some of our colleagues have obtained a memo from the Defense Intelligence Agency that talks about not holding any activities or programming related to Black History Month to be in line with the president's views on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Does the president plan to have a proclamation about Black History Month? In his first term, each of the 4 years of his term, he did so and called on those in government to have programming activities and celebrations. Is he going to do that this year?
Yeah, the president looks forward to signing a proclamation celebrating Black History Month. I actually spoke with our great staff secretary. It's in the works of being approved, and it's going to be ready for the president's signature to signify the beginning of that tomorrow.
If an agency is calling off those kinds of activities in an attempt to be in alignment with the president's views on DEI and other things, should they adjust that now and have those programs and make those celebrations however they see fit in the office?
The president is leading here at the White House, and I'll leave it to the proclamation that he will sign very soon.
Dizzy. Dizzy broad.
All right. My thing is, Black History Month. Why it gotta be a sticky situation? Why it gotta be a thing with them? Now you see, why Black History Month? Why with this administration is something about you got to sign this and sign that, and we may be doing this. We brought you here today to let you. Like what? Nobody ever hears stuff like this until Bigot is in the house. And of course, after bro,
I ain't even got coming.
I just don't get it, bro.
You took my answer.
I don't get it.
He's a racist. He's a racist, and he got racist people in place. Of course, this is going to be a problem. I think them motherfuckers would love to eliminate MLK Day as a holiday. I think they won't and won't think about it, because that one will put black people squarely in the fight before we ready to jump in. We still watching. We still having a little bit. We having a little bit of enjoyment watching the find out stage right now.
Bro, I don't know. Just the bigoted shit that they do. The bigoted shit is like, come on, you got to agree for this one. We're not even going to talk about past situations. Just you got to agree with this. Mm. So I am going to show a little snippet of my baby. My baby.
If that it's not shut down. If it is, people out there still complaining that they're not getting their benefits and they're not getting into a portal. Don't blame me.
If they keep up this type of energy, I think that we will see his attempt at getting rid of birthright citizenship, which if you are going to have any protections in this country, the strongest protections aren't even the fact that we pass a law. Our strongest protections arise out of our Constitution in and of itself. And so if you want to undo or change something in the Constitution, well, it takes a lot of work. It's a lot more than just passing a law. We've got to make sure that we have ratification. We've got to go to the states. The states will have to vote, and you got to get 2/3. So I don't think that anything is going to happen to our Constitution just yet, but it is scary that we have someone in the White House that absolutely does not care about the Constitution and does not care about the law. But we knew this. As the only convicted felon to occupy the White House, he's never had any respect for the law, and I honestly don't see him changing his tune anytime soon. Now, we'll see if he ends up running up against a bunch of Eileen Cannon judges who will just ignore the law. But as of right now, I can tell you that at least one district court judge in D.C. has decided that she was going to swipe down some of his attempts. That doesn't deal with everything, though. And to be perfectly honest, the White House is saying one thing while the OMB office is sending out different things. We also know that the Medicaid website went down. It just so happens that it's allegedly a glitch at the same time that we are saying that no, the OMB said that some of these things are not allowed to receive funding. So, Head Start, Meals on Wheels, SNAP benefits, LIHEP, rural electric funds, all these things are in limbo, as well as infrastructure projects.
Did you hear that, Rodney? I don't know if that went over your head or not, Rodney. You know what I'm saying? That. I don't know if that went over your head. But she surely broke it down to you that just holding freezing funds is enough to cause a catastrophic joint. And as you can see, people with O'Neill's are still trying to get that shit together. Everybody trying to still get back to where they were because you fucked it up.
Well, see, this was the other Jedi mind trick. Because he talked about the food stamps, I think the Medicaid. Those payments go directly to the beneficiary. So yeah, those go directly to the person. But what they also did, what happened was anything that didn't directly go to a person. See, you have a lot of places out here, a lot of churches, a lot of organizations that rely on that federal funding to do food pantry programs, clothing, shelters, and stuff like that. Now, the organizations ain't gonna get that money. So when they don't get that money, what are they forced to do? They're forced to shut down. So whereas Medicare is still up, food stamps is still up, the joints where people basically get direct payments, that's up. That's cool. But it's a lot of people out here that rely on them shelters, not only homeless shelters, battered women's shelters, just things like that. People, food prices being so high, a lot of people go to these places and get food, get bread, get cereal, about the government cheese and the butter and shit like that. So those places are not getting funded right now. So if you got an elderly person that will go down to the local church on Fridays and get bread, or they go to a organization in the community to get a basket of healthy food or whatever. Because a lot of these organizations, don't matter who you are, they just give out healthy food. They just give out fresh fruit, fresh vegetables and shit like that. They depend on that money too. And when they don't get that money, what happened? They got to shut down. So yeah, the shit that make it sound good, okay, yeah, we'll keep the food stamps out, we'll keep the Medicaid going too. But the organizations and the churches and the places like that, the synagogues or whatever, those people are not getting no money to help the people that they be helping. And a lot of people, black, white, Latino, Chicano, whoever in between, depend on that and look to that to have shelter, food, just to get clothing, anything. So that's the little Jedi mind trick they did, which is, but they ain't gonna put it out there like that. But that's what the fuck they did.
The main thing that's left now is, well, at least they got a DNC chair in place. So the next couple of weeks, we want to see what the fuck his plan for the future is. We got to see that. We should see that real soon. Then, when he do come on these stations, whenever he do, see how he combat. See if he go on Fox and combat. See, what pretty much the next few weeks we're gonna see who he is. Now they chose who they chose. We're not involved in the choosing of the DNC chair, so it's irrelevant. So whoever it is, so all that shit is just almost irrelevant. Me, I'm starting to love my baby even more. You can have motherfucker or Kamala there. But I don't know, Kamala, man, I'm giving you another 5 days. I think next week, if we what's today? If we podcast it next Tuesday and Sheen made a full stance, as far as I'm concerned, out this joint, because she done made some videos out that joint. She was doing cooking some shit here and went out to dinner with somebody the other night. But I want to see a full stance on this nonsense that's going on. I need to hear you talk, Black lady. Let's get into his ass,
She got a new job though.
The Black ladies. But I do.
Her and Doug.
Huh?
Her and Doug got new jobs.
They got YouTube joints.
Okay, Kamala gets new job leading pro-union task force alongside.
They got YouTube joints.
Yeah.
So they be doing YouTube contents.
Okay, she's going to be leading some pro-union task force alongside Border Road. What's my bullshit part? I don't know.
Damn.
My bullshit.
Just imagine it was a beautiful black lady up there talking right now when these plane crashes was hitting. Instead of that orange fuck demon bending over, forgot his orange shit, just look red today. And just saying, fuck everybody that ain't white. It's like, even the people that's dead, fuck them. And when a motherfucker be like, man, and sadly, no one survived, to him in his mind, that means lies, lies, lies. Nobody combat my lies. When you say nobody survived, in his mind, I can lie, lie, lie. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can do a lie extravaganza on this motherfucking shit here because nobody is allowed to tell me I'm not. But that's how you do it. First, you want to start off by saying DEI did it. And if anybody black
DEI done it.
Near a plane. Now, you remember that motherfucker that do the podcast was saying he'll never get on a plane with the black motherfucker flying the joint.
Well, get on the plane with these white motherfuckers that's crashing shit up right now.
Help me understand, like all the crashed up planes over the centuries. Were them all black people flying them joints or something?
What was any of them black people?
I'm starting to not think so.
Maybe over in Africa or something.
Like, what are we doing? Just because the fact that you wouldn't give us black people jobs shows you that there's no way in the hell we was the ones flying the ones that went down all that time, all those many times. He didn't give us opportunities to even be flying shit.
Well, ain't y'all man that started a fucking trade war today. He didn't put these motherfucking tariffs out on people. Now, on Canada, Mexico, China, and some more shit. Now, Canada is pissed. They talking about shutting off sending electricity this way. So that means the electricity bill going up. And they talking about doing $1 for $1. They said they gonna do $1 for $1 tariff on U.S. goods. So that means you paying high prices for the shit that's coming in because look, they don't pay the tariffs.
And the Canada Bama changed now. It's not due no more.
It's nobody.
It's the dude. They got another Bama about to come in and he's not really Trump, but he's
no.
right on the right side, on the right.
I think I got that.
And then the motherfucker said some shit the other day. He was like, he gonna be more Canada first.
Let me tell you.
He said, if America start being hostile to us, then we're gonna be just Canada first. And it's just like, what are we doing here, bro? We making enemies for no reason. Like, what type of, like,
now,
I don't understand. Like, when you a president, like, some stuff are unnecessary, and stuff gonna happen that you gotta react on the fly. We got the two planes drop. That's reacting to it. Do you think the way he handled these two plane accidents, do you imagine a Biden administration handling it like this?
I don't imagine nobody.
There's no way.
But let me read this.
It's not even being handled right after people died. It's like, bro.
Let me read this statement from Mark Carney. It says, St. John.
Mark Carney, who the fuck is that?
I'm about to get to that. Mark Carney. The following statement was issued by Mark Carney, candidate for leader of the Liberal Party of Canada. The tariffs imposed today by the United States, the tariffs imposed by the United States today are a clear violation of our trade agreement and require the most serious trade and economic responses in our history. I'm in regular contact with Foreign Minister Melanie Joly. I fully support her efforts along with those of Finance Minister Dominique LeBlanc, Minister of Immigration, Refugees, Citizenship, Mark Miller, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, you stand behind that. Canada will not bow down to a bully. We won't stand by as illegal U.S. tariffs hurt our workers and their families. As Canadians, we need to face this challenge as one united team. I support a dollar-for-dollar retaliatory tariffs aimed where they will be felt the hardest in the United States. It will have the least impact on Canada. At the same time, we need a coordinated strategy to boost investment and to support our Canadian workers through what will be difficult moments. Over the medium term, if we can no longer rely on American neighbors, we must diversify our trading relationships and build new sources of jobs and grow based on our immense resources and our talented people in innovation. The fever that's whipped out southern neighbor, damn, they said a fever that whipped out southern neighbor will eventually pass. In the meantime, Canada will remain resolute to our back. Anyway, they're saying, okay, we'll take our shit and sell it to somebody else. You know the Chinese ready. And man, so now we about to be in the midst of a trade war. So I've just seen somebody say eggs where they are $15. So you might have $20 eggs by next week.
This dude got to be the biggest bamboozle sham in political history, bro.
Yeah, it sure is.
This dude has pulled the wool over so many millions of people. I mean, like, a salesman is not the word for him, bro. It's like
a snake oil salesman.
He's a motherfucker supreme sale artist, bro. He sells shit. And he sold motherfuckers knowing Project 2025 was his agenda. That shit is just crazy, bro.
And they already started fucking with them. Because Canada will now not buy liquor from red states. And you can't afford to have that. Because as we told you on this podcast, 9 of the top 10 poorest states in the country are Republican states, are red states. So if you're about to have them people living like they're in a third world country.
And then people gotta keep this in perspective too. Canada is not nowhere near the size of America, first of all. He just doing stuff and just
to be doing it.
Yeah. Just stupid shit, bro.
Oh, any bomb, any sense of bombs over in I think it was Syria today too.
Who?
Trump.
The fuck?
Oh yeah, I see. I told you there's a whole lot of shit. Yes, he did. The sense of bombs he sent. I think he killed the ISIS leader. Let me see. Okay, I can get that. I Yes, he did.
God damn, we still in January? Oh, it's February.
Mm-hmm.
God, we got a long way to go, bro.
Yep, and here's his statement. This morning, I ordered precision military airstrikes on senior ISIS attack planners and other terrorists he recruited and led in Somalia. Yep, he's sending bombs over Somalia. These killers, who we found hiding in caves, threatened the United States and our allies. The strikes destroyed the caves they live in and killed many terrorists without in any way harming civilians. How the fuck you know? Our military has targeted this ISIS attack planner for years, right? But Biden and his cronies wouldn't act quickly enough to get the job done. I did. The message to ISIS and all others who would attack Americans: we will find you and we will kill you.
There's a lot going on, man. The man's tripping rights. He urging war from all types of countries. Maybe this is what you wanted as you voted for this pig. I don't know. I just can't imagine. This nigga's about to pull. He already pulled the biggest sham in political history already. So he's a fucking bald-faced liar, or orange-faced liar. And at this point, anything come out of his mouth is a lie, prelude to racism. It just. And then the motherfucker got people he put in place that's gonna get us all killed. These motherfuckers, he definitely don't know nothing about it, but he put people in place that don't even know what they doing, where they at. So now they got planes dropping out the sky.
Okay, y'all want some more?
After a while, you ain't gonna be able to breathe because he getting rid of all the people that take care of the air to make sure you just breathing normal. Now you're not like you're in China with shit coming over your face you can't see. Really?
Blind, you can't see. Yeah.
Something got to happen. We can't make it 4 years, bro.
Yeah, he dropping bombs.
You just can't. You can't.
Yeah. Man, this is. Oh my God.
And they put a little sham, little shit about taking people. They ain't. Where the mass deportation thing at? What happened to that?
Oh, and he is, and the little bit of people he rounding up, they say,
man, what the fuck is that?
They was sassing him talking about he done rounded up the least people, and they say Biden was getting like 15,000 a week. He ain't getting half of that.
Yeah, he had 300 and some shit. Like, bro. All it is because you lied to all those people. He's pulled the biggest shame. Like I said, he told them there's so many immigrants all in this motherfucker. It's not. He don't even have that many people to round up. He's a big snake artist, bro. You gotta give him the credit on that.
Yeah.
Anytime you can bring somebody in your face, and they'll say, like Nelly the other day, and they will say stuff, and you'll be like, it's not true. It's not true.
British Columbia Premier David Eddy says he directed BC liquor sales to immediately stop buying American liquor from red states and remove the highest selling brands from those states from the shelves of the province liquor store. Man, so hey. That's gonna hurt them. You know, don't buy none of their liquor.
Bro, from this point on, damn,
that shit is crazy.
This roller coaster is a little rocky than I thought it was gonna be honest with you.
I told y'all it was gonna get ugly. It was gonna get ugly, and it was gonna get ugly quick.
But so far, everything, the sage is set. Democrats got a DNC chair. That's set. Now we need somebody out that joint that's ready to go. It's not gonna be main man in California no more. He dead and gone. Pennsylvania had a plane crash too. And what's his name? Superior? Done. He's not gonna be involved. He's not gonna be next president. Anybody that stand beside this orange fuck demon pig in a tragedy and don't put him on fucking display, you piece of shit. Don't stand beside him without putting him on display. Period. Stand beside him. Look, I need this president to do his job. Send the funds to my state to help me get out of this situation. Don't come on and motherfucker take a picture with that idiot and walk away, bro.
It then got even better. Old Justin Trudeau, it said, you know, the Canadian Prime Minister, or whoever he is now. Canada is imposing a 25% tariff on $155 billion worth of American goods in response to U.S. trade action. $30 billion worth of American goods will face immediate tariffs starting on Tuesday. An additional $125 billion worth of American products will be subject to tariffs in 21 days, providing time for Canadian companies and supply chains to adjust and find alternatives. Damn. Includes everyday consumer items like American beer, wine, bourbon, fruits, and fruit juices, specific mention of orange juice. That's going to hurt anyway because you got all the Latinos on the run, not going to work. So them the ones that work out in the orange fields picking the oranges and shit. So he was already fucked up there. Now, also includes major consumer products, household appliances, furniture, and sports equipment. Canada is also targeting materials like lumber and plastics. Canada is also exploring non-tariff measures related to critical minerals. Oh my God, critical minerals, energy procurement, and other strategic gains. So it's about to get fucked up.
But in the overall broader picture, what would be the point in this? That's my point I've been trying to tell people. All right, he told y'all the communes in the tubes, in the trash, dumpsters, right? Meanwhile, the unemployment was low. You got inflation where it's supposed to be, and jobs rising, right? And the motherfucking stock shit was good, record shit. So there's nothing really to say you could do better. So when he comes in, and tell you that's a piece of shit, and then he do things to make it worse than where it was at. Now, let's say he's saying that was a piece that was trash, but the numbers will suggest it was better, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that's trash to him, though. Let's say he's just saying, all right, that's good to you, but I like it better than that, right?
Right.
But then he comes in and do shit that's not going to ever make it better than that.
Never.
It's going to make it even worse than what was before when he had us going in the tubes. Before he left last time. That's why he got voted out. He had a short memory, though. That's the only thing I don't understand about people voting for him. It's like you forget that he had his hands tied, falling down the steps over COVID.
Hey.
A dumb fool won't fire all the scientists that tell him what's up with this fucking pandemic.
Hey, Rodney.
He's an idiot, bro.
Hey, Rodney, go back. Listen to the press conference after the plane crash. What was it? Wednesday, Thursday morning. He talked about Obama, Biden, Pete Buttigieg. He blamed all of them and their policies and whatever for the plane crash. He did that. All you gotta do is look at the press conference.
There's no more of that, man. That's all that blaming shit. You had 9/11 on Republican Watch. All that blaming shit, nobody want to hear that shit. He started tomorrow. I just got here. What you mean you just got here, bro? You the fucking president. That's why y'all transition. Motherfucker.
Oh, he was trying to run shit before he got inaugurated. So he wasn't even sworn in. He thought he was running shit.
It's just idiotic, bro.
That's just crazy.
Now we're gonna do the trade wars. We're gonna do all this dumbass shit, which I don't give a fuck. To be honest with you, that shit. It just the fact that I knew this was gonna happen and it's happening like that's just happening in front of you. After you talked about it and then now you watching it, it's just
You're shocked.
It's like motherfuckers sitting there like
you didn't think it was gonna happen this way.
Like motherfuckers say, yeah, they say he ain't say he gonna do that.
This is surreal.
You're like, wait, what, bro? We just told you. He said, what do you mean? But he ain't gonna do that. No, what's the MAGA dude on last time? Oh, he ain't saying about on Social Security. Wait, what?
Yes, he did.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
He's like, nah, he ain't say that. Then I put him on the spot though. I said, what if that's something he do? Is that something you gonna be with? He said, oh no, I ain't with that. He ain't say that. What's the first thing this motherfucker do? Try to cut all that.
I don't be meaning to laugh or wanting to. Well, I really don't. But I be looking at this shit, and these people be putting videos and out there and doing stuff, crying about they didn't believe this, that he was gonna do this, and what he's doing is hurting my family and this, that, and the third. I look at you, what you crying for now? Why are you crying now?
Yeah.
Y'all was happy when he won. Wasn't the motherfucker, it might have been a motherfucker online and shit that was like, putting one of the comments like, yeah, he won this, that, and the third, don't be mad now. And my thing was, and I just replied back, basically be careful what you ask for. Yeah, you won, but are you gonna like what you got? Are you gonna like what you won?
You motherfucker Latinos for Trump and you Gaza Strip kids. Y'all motherfuckers, at this point, y'all the motherfuckers got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, oh, what the fuck just happened? Because that motherfucker told me, man, just do whatever you want over there in the Gaza Strip. Give a fuck about that.
Like I told y'all before.
Niggas don't be getting it, man. Just
y'all getting it. But we the prize. So they gotta go through y'all to get to us. They can't round us up and put us on plane. That ain't happening.
But we do appreciate everybody taking time out, man, to check us out. You know what I'm saying? And have this political discussion. Normally, you know what I'm saying, Doc? Appreciate everybody to take the time out, though. Like, subscribe, this shit thing, you know? Appreciate y'all a whole lot. Be here 2 nights a week live and sometimes every night. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Football season over. You never know what happens. You know what I'm saying, Doc? So, you guys want to say we got?
Yeah, y'all be cool, man. And y'all walking around, look up in the sky. You know, fucking with these people, make sure ain't no planes and shit falling out. Yeah.
I don't think a lot of shit ain't gonna be safe these next 4 years, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Not gonna be safe. Black and proud for sure.
Yeah, we thank y'all for tuning in.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood people.